I'm pleased to introduce my next guest, Sweet Dreams Jamahal Hill, coming off an impressive victory at the Sweet Dreams Stadium, the UFC Apex, as he got a fourth-round stoppage over Thiago Santos. How you doing, Jamahal?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And that win, I was there at the Apex on Saturday, was able to see you put in that impressive performance there. And one thing I just want to start off the bat with, your team, man. It was like a whole ordeal where you wanted your team to be in the shot with you. You wanted your team to be up there with the podium with you. How much does your team mean to you?
My team is everything to me. You know, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be the fighter I am, the man I am, if it wasn't for my team. And yeah, they're the reason why 205 got this problem.
Yeah, speaking of that, you are now ranked in the top 10, number 6, I believe, in the light heavyweight division. And I know that there are some fights that you would want to see happen. Hey, maybe even a championship fight. But just take me back a little bit with your origin story over at Black Lion Jiu-Jitsu. Was this the first facility that you went into to train? Because how long has this relationship been established for you to be down with the day ones like this?
Since the beginning. That was the first team I had whenever I walked into the sport, whenever I started, whenever I was 18. I've been with the same team for 13 years. You know, we've never put a game plan together that hasn't worked. You know, even though the one fight that I did lose, that wasn't our bad game plan. That was me being arrogant. You know what I mean? Going outside of that. So every time I've stuck within their game plan and done what they told me, we win at every level. So.
Yeah, and this past Saturday at the Apex there, Sweet Dream Stadium, that win over Thiago Santos, what was the game plan going in, and what were you able to execute so effectively to get that win?
The game plan for Santos going in was just walking down, watch everything happen in front of you, and straight punches, stay sharp, and just don't get caught with nothing. Try not to get caught with nothing too crazy. You know, just wear him down. Just walk. Honestly, I wanted to get him in close and walk him into that, get him into that phone booth range to where I could beat him up in there. But he wasn't trying to fight me for real. He was retreating. Yeah, he fired some shots. He still showed that he had teeth, but I had to walk deep into the fire in order for him to show those. You know. So I was happy I was able to stay with it, and then towards the end, like fourth round, whenever I forced that phone booth range and that fight out of him again, he withered away. I was able to put him away, so it worked out good.
Yeah, coming in, I see what you're saying, because it felt like he was comfortable with the fight going towards the decision if that needed to be what it was. Did you feel like you had to press that action? As you did, you said you had to take him into like those deep waters. But in that fourth round, did you sense that, hey, man, the end is near for him?
It was just I did whenever I knew I was hurting him. Whenever I was hitting him, I seen the times I was hurt. So I was just focused on just steady touching him. It wasn't just I wasn't really focused on the end or trying to set a goal line at any particular moment, you know, just keep working, and keep working. You know, I know I can work as long as I need to.
And then moving forward, you know, you are number 6 in the light heavyweight division. What matchups would you like to see presented to you?
I want some of everybody, you know. Two guys ahead of me are hurt and aren't available, you know, which is weird. I don't know why people keep being like, you got Rakic and you got Smith. Like, the minute somebody says that, I think you dumb as hell, and I don't respect anything you have to say. Just like dumb, like really think about
coming off that loss. I don't know why you're not already ranked number 5, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not going to sit around and wait for 2 dudes that have leg injuries that obviously need to heal, and it's going to take about a year. So I have no intentions on waiting that long whatsoever. You know, so yeah, I'm looking at the guys ahead, and obviously I already know those guys have first dibs, but that's not gonna stop me from voicing my opinion and voicing my shot. You know what I mean? Being vocal about my shot and letting them know if something do go wrong, they don't have to look no further than good old Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, sweet dreams. And you mentioned that we're talking to Jamahal Hill here on The Fight Game. Something on Twitter, I don't know if you retweeted or you tweeted it yourself, whereas, hey, man, you're not getting love as one of the GOATs from the Dana White Contender Series, not a part of any of the video packages. And it was Sean O'Malley. It was like, what do you consider success? And you said, go out there and win in fights. So why do you think that the UFC hype train isn't following Sweet Dreams as much as it should be?
I don't know, like, what kind of reasons. I can only speak for, like, I can speak on what I assume. You know what I'm saying? And part of what, and like the patterns that I notice, one of the things that I notice is just they hype like they like other markets. You know, America don't get behind they fighters like a Sweden or like Liverpool, like those guys, like how other countries like Brazil, you know what I mean, like how those guys get behind their fighters. You know, America don't support. The American fighters don't get that same support. Like America, like a fighter can come from another country, come here. He's going to get the support from back home in America, and if he's a good fighter, America's going to support him as well. You know what I'm saying? He can reach the same type of level of support that an American would get here.
No, man, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Oh no, I get exactly what you're saying.
It's kind of like how to market, and it's kind of like how to market and play. Like you can't like really blame the UFC because they got to sell, they got to make money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like they can make anybody a star. You know what I'm saying? They can literally make anybody a star.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that, because one of the things, like when I saw that Twitter exchange with you and O'Malley, is just like, yo, man, you win fights. Like the record speaks for itself. So it doesn't matter if you're doing enough to, I'd say, like putting yourself out there to be a character. It's your record. You are what your record says you are. And I mean, you are a finisher, a knockout artist. So I don't know why a title shot might not be in the picture with Yuri and Glover. I don't know what's going to happen there. The UFC hasn't announced it. It was a pretty close fight, so Glover deserves a rematch. But if not, I don't see why you're not right in there in line to get a title shot.
Yeah, and I thought that too. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. And I still believe, yeah, Glover, I'm not arguing that you can't give Glover a title shot. But it does say, somebody said something, and it made a lot of sense to me. It said, like respect for what it is to become champion. Like, does becoming champion in this division really seem the same as if, like, you know what I mean, whenever somebody was going at John Jones? No. Obviously, there's no John Jones, but here's the thing, though. Not having defended your title, you know what I mean, a certain number of times and then immediately getting a rematch is kind of whack. That kind of holds that holds up the. So you got the title, you didn't hold it, you didn't hold on to it tight enough, and you lost it. What incentive does anybody really have in those moments where it's like, damn, I'm about to lose my belt, to dig deep and actually push? It's like, otherwise it's like, damn, I'm just in a bad spot. I can get a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Where are you really going to set that line for where he should fight for his championship? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's almost,
I think it's that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I was just going to say, it's almost where, I don't know if you watch wrestling, but it's like, hey, like in WWE, you lose the belt, well, I get my rematch clause. Or it shouldn't be automatic that if you just lose the title, that you just guaranteed a rematch just because it was a close fight. I see what you're saying there.
I see, yeah, like, and then, like, I agree, like, if you are a dominant champion, let's say, like, all right, you've defended your belt at least, like, 3 times. 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Then I could see a rematch. Because now you've beaten some of those contenders that are now trying to get up to the top. Now you're sitting number 3, 4, 5 haven't had title shots. 6, like, you know what I mean? Last few, you know what I mean? Anthony Smith had a title shot, but that was during a couple reigns ago. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I feel like a championship should hold that shit. That title is to be coveted. It should be special. Whenever you win it, it should be special. You know what I mean? And holding on to it, and losing it should be devastating. You know what I'm saying? And it don't feel that way because, I got a rematch. Even Jan. Look at Jan. Look at how Jan lost his belt. He got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And he's, all right, forget it. I'll just go fight one dude. Got his ass whooped in that fight, and the dude got hurt, and I was like, yeah, I deserve a title shot. What? You know what I'm saying? That's weird, bro.
Yo, I'm right there with you, especially when you just keep winning, you keep winning. If you clean out the entire division, just if you got to win those fights if they do come, but if you clean out the entire division before you get a championship, then who are you going to fight to defend the title?
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Now, because now I'm thinking about like, another reason, one of the main reasons why I got in it, money. You know what I'm saying? People talking about fighting Magomed. Why would I fight Magomed right now? That's dumb. Is it going to be a pay-per-view? Is it going to be a main event for a pay-per-view? Probably not. So why would I do that? That don't make sense. He's got we both got time. The guard is changing. The dudes at the top are going to be there that long. They're like, what, 38, 40s, in their 40s? You know what I mean? Outside of Yuri, which that's fresh blood to everybody. He's fought nobody else in the top 5. Outside of Glover.
Now, you're not wrong about that. So, Magomed, if they were to present that fight to you, would it need to be a top of a pay-per-view card?
Hell yeah. Why would I rob myself of that?
And then, like, man,
because if one of us has the belt, is that not a headline for a pay-per-view?
Oh, exactly. I could see that being a championship fight in the next year or two.
Exactly. So why would I take that from myself? And plus, that's a big fight. A lot of people want to see that fight. I mean, I think that will sell well. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't want to fight him. No, I wouldn't want to fight him right now. Just for that simple fact. I'm thinking of it in terms of that too. Like the Reyes fight. People want the Reyes fight. Like Reyes is coming off of how many knockouts? And even more so now, I don't want the Reyes fight because everybody's talking about, look at Santos. Like, bro, Santos was not easy to beat. You know what I'm saying? I made him fight. I made him fight like nobody else did. I had to go through that fire to make him fight like nobody else did. You know, but still, what do you hear? Oh, he's not the same as he fought John Jones. Even DC said it. He's like, oh, he's not the same guy that fought John Jones. All right. So why would I want the guy that's coming off the loss to John Jones, Jan, and Yuri?
You're right, because then if you do win, it's just you just beat the guy. Oh, he's not the same. He's shell shocked after 3 losses in a row.
It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing. So what I'd rather see Dominic Reyes fight somebody from behind, beat a couple dudes, build himself back up to that form that he was at. You know what I mean? He's got that fan base. He's got he's got the Mexican American Latino community behind him and things like that. You know, me and one of us has the belt. If I have the belt and he's fighting, or we're fighting for number 6, that is a pay-per-view main event. There's not very many of these in this division. You know what I mean? So I need to, like, people want the Paul Craig fight right now. If I fought Paul Craig right now in a main event, it's gonna be another fight night. If Paul Craig wins another fight or two, we got a main event. We got a pay-per-view main event. That's why I wanted him to win the Uzdemir fight. If he won the Uzdemir fight, hands down, that'd be the next fight.
No, everything you're saying makes sense, like 100%, especially Paul Craig, like you said,
because
coming off of a loss.
Because I'm thinking of it business-wise. People don't think about this. They just fans. They just think about it. This what I've been trying to build to. So I've been strategically planning this not only as fight, but as from a business standpoint.
So with that being said, since you are looking at this as a business, and I know that your management and the UFC are going to be more involved in this than you are, how prepared are you to just sit out and maybe wait for that perfect fight? Because I know you want to get back in the cage as soon as possible.
I want to fight again before the end of this year. I mean, that's just how I feel. You know, I want to fight again before the end of this year.
Man, I see that you're eager to get back in there, but I just don't know who the UFC is going to offer you before the end of the year, because what you said, no one beneath you in the top 10 rankings you should fight. So, yeah, man, that's going to be interesting there. I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I'm thankful for how much time you've given me. We're talking again with Jamahal Hill, UFC fighter, Sweet Dreams. Now, man, after that fight, you said you're trying to move to some pay-per-view fights. And you came in after that fight in a nice suit. I mean, with the, what was that, leopard print there?
Yeah.
With the gold leopard
Big
print.
cat.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, so you are making those moves. You are presenting yourself like a superstar. When you do get to that next pay-per-view level, when you are like headlining pay-per-views, how much is the suit game going to come up even more?
Hi, bro. The suit game ain't going nowhere. Come on now. That ain't going nowhere. You thought that was the only one I had? When I went and got that one, I got a few other ones too. Come on, that was just the first.
All right, I got to ask you something else, man, because it's in the backstory, you know, whenever you get the prepackaged fight, before we see you fight, you know, the prepackaged video, where it's, hey, man, he turned down a basketball scholarship. When's the last time you played basketball?
Last time I hooped was whenever I was in Vegas for International Fight Week, whenever I hooped against DC and them.
Can DC hoop?
Hell no, not for real. Hell no. He had some moves on Bilal. You know, he got some old uncle at the barbecue moves like, nephew, let me show you something, nephew. You know, he got some of those, but he bought some hoopers though. I guess he got some hoopers in his family. He brought them through. They were good enough to beat some. They were good enough to win the second game against when I was a little tired. But even still in that game, we played the 15. I scored like 9 points in that game.
But so you still got it like that though?
Oh yeah, come on. The clip is up. I put some of the clips on my Instagram. You check them out. Throw a link out there.
All right, man. Yeah, tell me what's the YouTube channel. Tell me the page. Right? You said your Instagram. What's the Instagram handle?
It's on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is sweet_dreams_J Hill.
All right, now what's the Twitter handle?
Twitter handle is easy. That's at Jamahal, my name. I spell JAMAHALH. Just the H at the end.
All right, Jamahal, man. Thank you and nothing but success. And I want to see you continue doing big things, man. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
And that was UFC fighter Jamahal Hill, Sweet Dreams, coming off of another victory at Sweet Dreams Stadium, as he liked to call it, the UFC Apex. I mean, 6 fights, 6 finishes at the UFC Apex. He's been killing it there, but it's time to move him up and get him into a different venue. Maybe T-Mobile Arena here in town. Just maybe. So once again, thank you to the UFC, and thank you to Jamahal Hill for joining me on The Fight Game on 1230 The Game.